Hi, this is Carrie Ann with our Teen Talk TV show. We are so glad to be back here at the Dress Hot store with our teens, and we do have some additional teens that will be joining us for our continuous of our Teen Talk series, and we're just going to go back and refresh everybody's memory as to who we have here today. I have my Mackenzie, who has graduated from Peters Township, and she will be going to college in Clarion
University. Yes.
Perfect. What have you been doing since everything's been shut down and your life has been changed?
I've been working at Dunkin' still. I became a shift leader, so that's exciting.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I got certified yesterday. I've been lifeguarding at the pool I lifeguard at, so it's keeping me busy and stuff. So, and I just went to Georgia for vacation, so I'm out and about, but keeping safe.
Yeah, perfect.
So.
And then we also have Bethany, who goes to Ken and Mac. So tell us what, you will be a senior this year,
yeah.
Correct? So what have you been doing besides TikTok in your bedroom?
I started writing music because I got really bored. And I've been working. I lifeguard, so I've just, been saving lives. That's about it.
And we see that you have a different color hairstyle. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did. I have also found a love for cutting and dyeing my hair like every week. So this is the 8th time this month I've done it. It's bad, but
It's cute.
Call you up when I need my haircut.
Yeah.
Something's open.
There you go. You got to do what you got to do.
know.
I did my roots, but woo, I cut it all off. I was like, I'm done. So then we have behind Bethany, we have our Zoe, who is going to be a senior. So what have you been doing in your school that you go to?
I go to Monessen. I've been just babysitting and trying to get out of the house and staying safe, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. And then our last original Teen Talk member is Emma. She will also be a senior, and you are currently in?
Baldwin High School. What I've been doing to keep busy so
Yeah,
far.
what have you been doing?
Well, I sleep a lot now, but I mean, I go out. I'll see like just the same group of friends that have I've been hanging out with just the same group of friends that I have been. We don't really go out of our little friend circle just to make sure we're staying safe and everything. I play a lot of tennis now. We reserve courts just for us. We make sure to keep our social distancing. Yeah.
We want to introduce another Teen Talk member that we are adding 3 new members. We have Paige, we also have Mia, and we have Lauren. And Lauren and Mia are not able to be here today, but you will get to meet them on the 31st when we do our next Teen Talk. But we wanted to introduce Paige. She will be a senior, junior?
Junior.
A junior. Where are you?
Seton LaSalle.
Seton LaSalle. So you can tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing so that everybody can get to know you.
Well, I'm 17. Really haven't been doing much, really, 'cause quarantine. And stuck in the house, really. But me and my sister have been doing like little crafts and stuff like that. So, Netflix. Also Netflix. That's about it, really. So.
Okay. So she's going to be a part of our Teen Talk, and our topic today is something that is going to be challenging, and it's going to be emotional, and it's okay. We're talking about bullying, and everybody has either bullied somebody has bullied you, cyberbullying, whatever. But we are going to give an example, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to try to help other teens to overcome some of the things that we have experienced. So we're going to go back to Mackenzie.
I'm regrouped. I'm good.
So
Okay.
Mackenzie, tell us the story.
So I am very intimidating, and I sometimes that. And I actually bullied Bethany when we were in like 7th grade, 8th grade, I don't know. We were in this like musical together and stuff, and she like became really good friends with my best friend at the time, and I just got so mad, and I was and I just kind of was like, we were like doing something, and she spilled water on me. I forgot about that. And I got so mad. So I like was telling all the moms and stuff. I was a Karen. I'm still a Karen, but it's fine. I was like telling all the moms, and the moms were like, "Oh, sweetie, it's okay." And like none of them liked Bethany then. And I just like was like so good, proud of myself. I was like, I should be getting this, like, don't take my friend, and like, it was so stupid. Now thinking of it, and I'm sorry of
No,
that.
oh my God, you're totally
I'm
fine.
so sorry of that I bullied you when we were like when we were, what was it, Fiddler on the Roof or
Yeah,
something?
it was like
I don't
forever
know.
ago.
And so mean, but like, I'm very intimidating, and I still get in fights with my friends, and I kind of like, because I kind of not bully them, like we fun bullying like stuff, but like
teasing.
yes, teasing, but I just like, I'm very, to me, like, so like at works and schools and stuff, like when I work and stuff, I feel like I'm an easy target, because my friends and my friends, like my coworkers, they always like joke and stuff. They joke and stuff, and like some of the stuff they say that does get on my nerves and like does hurt me for me, and they're like, we're just kidding and everything, but like some of the stuff I say is like very hurtful, but like I know it's like they're kidding, but like they like go kind of far, and I'm like, this is not needed, and I just always, like, I'm the type of person, like, I try to throw it behind my back, like, I'm done with it, like, let it go, that's the past, I don't have to worry about it, but like some of the stuff just like hurts me, and like they don't know that, and because I used to bully like Bethany, so I'm trying to, like, they feel like, I know some people that they're like, if you bully someone you feel better about yourself, and that's what I feel like sometimes when they're doing that to me, I feel like they're just trying to feel better about themselves, and then I'm just like there, and I just say okay, because I'm just like, that's normal, like I'm used to getting teased and that, so that's like bullying for me. Like I did not mean to bully you, like
fine.
I feel so bad, but like bullying is like a real thing, like you shouldn't joke around, like if you hurt someone's feeling and you're like, you're just kidding, but the person may not know that you're just kidding, because that might cause to something else and ruin a friendship or ruin something else.
That was good, Mackenzie. But I think with bullying, I think it's more so it's a defense mechanism, because you didn't
Yeah.
like what was going on, because you wanted to be the,
Yeah.
as you said, the top dog, and it wasn't working out, and you didn't like what the facts, so therefore you took matters in your own hands, so
Yeah.
you got the focus off of her and brought it back onto you.
I did.
And like, there's reasons why people bully, right? So we're going to dig into that. But I mean, there's all different types of bullying, and it's just not, it's cool, but usually that person that is bullying is the person that is dealing with certain things inside, and that they're portraying it onto somebody else. So Bethany, since we found out you have been bullied by one of our teen talks, can you give us an example of how you were bullied, cyberbullying, or bullied without Mackenzie, if you were bullied elsewhere or you bullied somebody?
Well, when I was growing up, I've kind of always been a very, like, unapologetic person for who I am. And I'm a very, like, strong personality. So, like, I dye my hair pink, I dye my hair purple, and I've always kind of done that. Like, I've always done stuff that's, like, different than other kids my age, or, like, more either, like, grown up or, like, just super fun. And especially, like, now, I'm kind of at the point in my life where, like, I don't care at all what people say about me, and I've kind of always been that way. So, like, with Kenzie, like, even though that was happening, I was kind of like, meh, okay, it's not that big of a deal. But, like, now with having a fairly large, like, following on social media, I get a lot of, like, hate comments and stuff. I just honestly, like, don't look at them, or if I do look at them, I just kind of let them not bother me, because even if there's, like, one hate comment, the 1,400, however many, like, positive comments outweigh the negative. So I just kind of, I try and look at the more positive ones, because, like, I got a lot of, her room's tacky, like, I don't like, her smile or the outfit she's wearing, and it doesn't really bother me anymore. That's kind of it.
So you've been more victim of cyberbullying
Yeah.
versus when you were younger with Mackenzie.
I have another story I thought of, but I'll tell it.
Oh my God, you had 20 minutes to tell one story. Now you got all kinds.
Okay, well, just
we're-
go around through
so
everyone.
We are going to re-skip
I'm trying to
you.
think of it again.
Okay, we're going to Zoe. So Zoe, tell us how you have been bullied, either personally in front or like cyberbullied.
Like, when I was in school, this was probably like 6th, 7th grade. Girls would talk about me and would be jealous because I had, like 2 best friends that I was always with, and they'd be jealous that, they didn't, that, not that they didn't like them, but, that I was closer with them. And, I don't know, it really didn't bother me because I never really let any of that get to me. Because, I have 2 people that really supported me and, didn't care what I looked like, didn't care about any of that. So, just, trying to keep positive and, I know, especially with, TikTok now, you'll read comments on TikToks and they're just, making fun of people and, what you're wearing, everything, and you just have to, try to ignore it, and that's, but,
So you basically had people in school then?
yeah.
And what age range was that?
So 6th, 7th grade, probably is that 13?
You're
13?
Yeah, like 12.
You're 13 when you're a freshman. No, 14. You're 14 when you're a freshman. So when you're 7th and 8th, you are 11 and 12.
Yeah,
And then,
12, 13.
Because my kids are mine.
Because I will tell you, I just pulled up some statistics bullying rates by grades, and the fact that you did say that, 6th grade is the highest grade that you get bullied, and that's 28%. 7th grade's 26%, 8th grade 22, 9th grade 23, 10th grade 19, 11th grade 20, and then your senior year 14%. So,
Your
and this
senior
is
year, no one cares.
well, yeah, you get to the point where you're finding who you are and you become stronger. But in 6th grade, it's so important because you're starting to develop, you're starting to get new friends, you're moving to a junior high or whatever, and it's basically, it could be, that's where you're trying to become, to fit in with friends and stuff like that, which this concerns me because I have a nephew, he's going into 6th grade, and I certainly will not. I will be down there in Texas quicker than anything, because that.
Come at me. Let's go.
I mean, but it's just it's amazing to know that 6th grade, it starts young. You think that it starts when you're a senior, but it's not. It's 6th grade. So.
Senior year, people really don't care.
Yeah.
They're like.
Senior year, they just want to get out of there.
Senior, it's because my senior was cut in half, but it was fine. It's fine. But yeah, no one really cares. You have your friend groups, but you're never I'm gonna not see half the people in my grade ever again because half of them are going to South Carolina and Florida, but good for them. So senior year, you don't care. Junior year is very stressful, but senior year, just make fun. Just have fun with it. Live in the moment and forget about whatever happens and everything. Just it's your senior year. Just have fun.
Yeah. Well, let's go to Emma. So let's tell us a story here, and
All
this is
right.
an open space.
Okay. So I have. I'm a little more prepared than Kenzie was with this.
Okay.
So I feel like my story started, I want to say it was 9th grade, and there was this kid, and we all take the big yellow bus to school. Well, every morning at school, I would get on the bus, and it was always something he'd say to me that was people would like you more if you didn't dress like that. People would like you more if you were a little shorter. People would like you more if you did your hair like this instead of this. And it was that backhanded, he'd be like, you're pretty, but if you did this, you'd be prettier. And it was just that backhanded comment that you get all the time, constantly, to the point where I had my own style going for me all the time. People would tell me that. They'd be like, you dress different, but it's cool. And I stopped dressing like that. I think the day that I wore these little flat shoes, he said something about them, and I made my mom go out and get me white Vans instead because he said you'd look better in white Vans. Yeah. So that was something that I dealt with. I hope no one has to go through that. And I just wish I wouldn't have listened to him for so long because it was degrading because I would think, oh, what's he going to say about me today? It was just something that I had to deal with. And there was a point at one time where my mom asked me if something was wrong because I was completely different looking. I tried to change everything just to please one person. And then there would be other people who I would think, oh, well, I'm wearing this today. They probably don't, like how I look today. And I'd go through the whole entire school day thinking, oh my gosh, I look terrible. Yeah, and you'd think people are staring because you look different. But I mean, now it's more, I'm who I am. You're not gonna change who I am because I'm me. You do whatever you want. But, you know, that's something that I went through. I wish I didn't, but it happens.
Okay. And then Paige.
Oh. So the girl I shadowed and me got really close. Like we would go to the movies, we would go out together. Just me and her would go do stuff. So the third girl didn't like that. Her friend. They were a year above me too. So they had more classes together and all that. So about 2 weeks after my birthday, me and the girl I shadowed went to the movies together. And then about 2 weeks later, they sat me down in the middle of the lunchroom and her friend told me, you need to go and get new friends and get friends your age. So as time went on, when the three of us were together, they would make nicknames for people we went to school with. So when people were around, they could talk about them, make little snooty comments, and nobody would know. Well, things backfired. The nicknames were blamed on me, and the whole entire school thought I made up these nicknames.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Things got really bad, actually, after that. I didn't go to school. And he went to 15 days of school the past 2 months. My mental health, just went downhill. But everybody was staring at me. Everybody was talking about me behind my back as I was walking down the hallway. There was just always something in the back of my mind. My anxiety was they're talking about you. Everybody knows this was your fault. Everybody thinks you did this. And so there were days, thank God there was a girl, she was a senior at the time. She took me under her wing and she helped me get through the last 2 months of school, or else I probably would not have won it all. Because she told me everything's going to get better, you're not going to go here next year, everything is going to be okay. And so as the school year ended and I left the school, it still followed me. Every single time I posted on social media, I was like, oh my God, people are going to see this and they're going to think, look at her, she's still that girl in 9th grade. So, and it's still now to this day, I've had struggled with believing that I was just me and nobody cared, I don't care what people think, and just telling myself everything's gonna be okay, nobody, it doesn't matter what people think, because I'm very much a people pleaser. So, you know, not me growing up basically. I cared what everybody thought, so it really took a really big strain on me, because it got to the point where at one point I was suicidal, and it was really bad for a long time. And just recently, going to my new school, meeting new people, they've really been you're amazing, it's gonna be okay. And now I have a group of friends where I actually feel okay and everything, accepted. And
No, and I think that's where, you you can have stories all over different, but but it's just everybody has a different story to tell. And, it affected you emotionally. Fortunately, you had, family support, that it didn't take you to the point where you ended up leaving this earth. We had Meryl, who on Snapchat, somebody said something really nasty to her, and we were all in quarantine. She couldn't handle it, and she ended up committing suicide. And that's sad. And there's more suicides that have increased since we have been in confinement, because of the cyberbullying has been more dominant out there. Anytime you put a comment out there, you gotta be ready for somebody to say something nasty. That's why I comment nothing, because then I stay in my own little Carrie Ann world. That's a good world to be in. But do you have something that you have seen people, even adults, it's okay, it doesn't have to be teens, but even for cyberbullying, Paige?
I don't really check the comment section, so I don't really know.
So you don't look at the comments?
I don't look at the comments at all.
I have one.
Oh, now you want to be
Now
first.
I have one. Now I have
You
one.
want to be first again.
I have one. So it was because my senior year got cut and stuff. So a lot of moms around town, different townships, they did adopt a senior and stuff. And I my best friend's mom adopted me, and she got me all these cute gifts. But anyway, there was this girl from a different school, and she was pregnant, and she was a senior and stuff, and the moms were like, there's this girl, she's pregnant, and I want to do a little like gift bag, like give a gift and stuff. And the moms, all the other moms were like, oh, that's such a cute idea and everything. And one mom put, you should add condoms. Yeah. So then all these. Say that on this show. Well, I am now. So she said that, and one of the moms were like, that's not very nice. She's like, well, it's the truth, or she wouldn't have got knocked up. And like, all the ladies were like, no, that's so rude. Like, why'd you say that? But then they like gave this girl like this like amazing little cute basket, like some baby stuff and like stuff for her for college. But like that's just like saying that, like saying, why don't you get her condoms? Like it's just like so rude to say, because like this girl, she's having a kid and she's also going to college. Like she wants to pursue a career even with a kid. Like people can do that now. A lot of people are doing that, like single mothers and stuff. Like they can do so much more than a mother and a husband, a mom and a husband and wife combined. So like it was just, that annoyed me, because like some people are just like so plain rude. See, now you got me heated, so this is your fault. So like
It took her 45 minutes.
45 minutes. It just like, it annoys me, because like some people, like women, like just like lash out and say whatever they're feeling. It's like good for you and everything, but like some things are just not needed. Like good, you say it to yourself, but like don't say it out, and then it's caused this whole dilemma and everything. Like, but people like want to cause drama, and like drama can be good and it can be bad. But like saying that comment, like why don't you get her condoms? Like no, like she's a 18-year-old girl, like trying to have a college career, but like saying someone that just like ticked me off.
Kenzie, you realize she was probably a
Yeah, but that's a total.
Yeah.
But that's a total sign of bullying. I mean, that's what we're talking about.
And like the girl was not, like the girl wasn't even involved, and it was just the moms. But all the other moms were like supporting this girl, and this one lady was just being a jerk.
You realize she
Well,
was
it's the
probably a
same
mean
thing-
girl in high school too.
Yeah. So
It's the same thing as being left out. I mean, have you guys ever been left out? I mean, you have a bunch of friends, and then you don't get that phone call. I mean, I know there was a lot of schools, because the proms are canceled, they were having proms at home. And they only invited certain amount of friends, and some friends didn't get invited. So it's like, you know, I understand. I mean, you can only do so much, but I mean, I know there were some girls that were hurt. You know what I mean? Has anybody been left out of doing something? What have you been left out with, Bethany?
Oh god, so much. So like in middle school up until November, I was in a friend group of like 3 of us. It was like me, my best friend, and then our other at the time best friend. And I wasn't left out as much, but my one friend, who is still my best friend, she would get left out all the time, because this other girl was always like, I don't really want to invite her. And I was like, I mean, like I do, but then she'd be like, I don't know, I just don't. So like we'd never invite her, and I would always feel terrible about it. And her and I have talked about it now. We're all good. She's genuinely my best friend. I love her so much, but I don't know, I still feel bad that like our other friend always wanted to leave her out and stuff.
So, what about you, Zoe?
Yeah, all the time. My friends would go to the mall, they'd go to the movies, they'd leave me out and then post all these pictures, and of course I would get jealous, but at the end of the day, I would just be home with my best friend, who's my mom, and my dog.
Honestly, that's the best person to have.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Emma?
I had something on, I forgot it. Oh, okay, yeah, got it. So I feel like today it's so much easier to be like, I want to say like sneaky about these types of things, because you can make the group chats without people in them. You can
turn your location off.
you can do all that stuff. You can do whatever you want just to like exclude someone, which is, I mean, that's going the extra mile, but whatever. I mean, I've been left out of like you said, friends will go places without you and you don't get the invite. And you see pictures online and you're like, wow, would have been nice to have an invitation to that. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm at home, sleeping in my pajamas, probably having a better time than I would have hiking up a mountain or something. So, you know, yeah.
Paige?
Oh yeah, same friend group. That's my other story. So they did a Secret Santa Christmas gift exchange thing, and they had every single person in the friend group except for me. But I thought I was a part of the friend group, but
Saved you money.
yeah, true.
I'm just kidding. I was just trying
It's
to really
probably
make
true,
a
though.
positive light on it, but
Probably
no.
true.
That was rude.
Yeah.
I like. There's a couple. Okay, well, one of my friends, I like texted her, and she's like, "Hey, let's go get ice cream and all this stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, like I'll drive and everything. It's all good." And then she like was like, "Hey, I can't go anymore," and I was like, "Okay, that's fine." I was doing other stuff, and then I see on her story, she's like hanging out with her other friend, and they're getting ice cream, and so mean. I like slide up on her story and just like put a space bar and like just don't do anything. Okay, so then she was like, and she's like, I was like, I thought you said you weren't allowed to hang out and then you go get ice cream with this girl. And she's like, I'm so sorry, like my mom didn't allow me because I was going driving. And then my friend was like, then my mom allowed me, and I was like, okay, like I don't care.
You could have called me
I
back.
was like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't really care one thing. She's like, I'm really sorry. Like, we can hang out again. I was like, okay. Like, I don't really care. Like, I have better things to do. One thing. But then, like, I just like forgive her because I like we're chill. But like when those situations happen, I like confront them. I'm like, well then. Oh my god, I have another story. I make my friends very like I'm a very intense person. I like go for some guests. So we were going to Ohio Pile, my friends and I was like, I'll drive my car because I was like, for COVID and stuff, like I just feel safer in my car. And I texted my best friend. I said, hey, I can take you if you need one. She's like, okay. And then my other friend, she's like, I have more room in my car. And my best friend, she's like, I can take. She's like, blank, can I go with you? And then I'm like, what? I was like, I just said I could take you. And she's like, no, it's fine. And then I like, this is so mean. Well, not mean. I straight up told her, and I was like, if you don't want to go with me, then tell me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just like, want to know. And she's like, well, no, because like with COVID, I thought you're going to be weird about it. I said, no, I just want to drive my car up there. So I kind of just like confront my friends and be like, listen, this is the deal. And then, well, I'm still friends with them since I was in preschool, so it's pretty good. But
They're just used to you being.
yeah, very straight up with them. And I'm like, okay, listen. But yeah, I just like something's annoying me. I just go at it. So I'm like, listen, you only live once, okay? You only live once, and like you have to take the challenge. You have to take like they might not be your best friends forever, but like if there's a problem and you can't fix it, you're gonna have to fix it once in a while before it bites you in the butt. So just go at it now.
But, okay, so this is Carrie Ann. I'm so excited to be back here at my store with my teens and our additions to our Teen Talk page. Mia and Lauren, who will be joining us the next time. We are going to continue talking about bullying and cyberbullying because we feel it's very important, and we're going to come up with some helpful tips so that other people can deal with it and how to, learn from mistakes, and also how to help somebody else and stand up for other people if you do witness that they're being cyberbullied or also bullied in general. We do appreciate you joining with us and staying with us, and we look forward to continuing our series about bullying. And in the meantime, remember, stay beautiful, love yourself, and Carrie Ann's out.